Extreme heat gripping us and other parts of the country. Some people are turning to Google, trying to get some answers. From heat dome searches to finding the nearest place to cool off, new search trends show really what's top of mind this summer. So joining us live this morning is Google search expert Nick Burns, walking us through some of the things that people are looking for. So what are you seeing? What's the biggest trend, the biggest search right now?
Yeah, well, this summer people are definitely turning to Google search to find ways to beat the heat. And some of the top search trends we're seeing are, obviously heat wave. Searches for heat wave are up 250% over the last 3 months. And that's actually 110% above this time last year. We're also seeing a huge surge in what to do during a heat wave. And searches for that are up 5,000% over the last 3 months alone, which also is 200% increase over year.
I was going to say those are some impressive numbers right there. But what do you think? What are people trying to? They're plugging this into AI. What are they trying to understand? Like, what are they getting from this?
Yeah, I think especially, folks in Arizona know a lot about heat, and I think people are looking for things they can do when it is really hot, when you're hitting those triple digit temperatures. So AI can really, Gemini or, AI mode in search is really a helpful way to get tips, whether you're looking to save energy on your cooling costs or looking for, fun activities to do inside, or even turning to Google Maps to find a restaurant that has really great AC, to stay cool.
So I was going to ask, like, for Gemini, which is that AI tool, it's very easy to do. It's like that little thing. It's like you just turn it on, your AI mode over there in Google. How is that really helping people? And what's a good tip for some people? Because this whole AI thing, this is new for a lot of folks. And you kind of, at least from my experience, you can kind of talk to Gemini like a friend and be like, hey, what's up? Where do I go to cool off?
That's right. Gemini is our personal AI assistant, and you can go to gemini.google.com and you can just chat with it, either your voice, or you can just type in questions and say, hey, it's really going to be hot this week, but I really want to get outside and get some runs in. What are some tips for, maybe creating a plan for how I can make that mileage in there if I'm training for a marathon or something like that. And it might come back, it'll kind of search the web and come up with some great information, link to important articles to say, hey, maybe here are some times when the temperatures aren't going to be quite so high. Make sure you're hydrating. Here's the best way to do that.
What do you think is one of the biggest mistakes that people make with Gemini or with AI in general, that maybe it's like, well, don't do it this way and you'll get a better result?
I think it always helps to give Gemini more information. So, the more information that you can give Gemini in a prompt, instead of saying, what should I do today? You can always say, I really am interested in these types of activities. It's really hot outside, so I'm trying to stay inside. What are a few great examples of activities I can do? Just giving that little extra information will help make sure it tailors the response back to you.
I got to say, Nick, when I'm talking to it, I actually talk to it like I'm talking to you. I do. And sometimes if I think
I do too, actually.
I do. And sometimes if I think, I'm like, that was not a good response. That was stupid. Redo that. And it's fascinating how well this actually does help out your life and maybe help you find those cool things to do that are cooler, or just help you cool off.
Absolutely. It's such a helpful tool. And I think, we're just getting started. And I really encourage everyone to just experiment with it. Play around, have a little conversation. It can tell you jokes. It can help you plan a vacation. Anything that, it's pretty incredible what the technology can do and just how helpful it can be in your everyday life.
It's not a joker, these temperatures. I don't know if you've seen our temperatures, Nick. They're not good. They're not good.
Yeah, I was just listening to the newscast. God, triple digits this early in the morning that's pretty incredible. But if there's anyone who knows how to deal with it well, it's folks in Phoenix. So,
all right, that is true. That is true. Our blood is thin, but we are strong. All right, Nick Burns, a Google search expert. Thanks for joining us this morning. Good insight. That's some fascinating stats that you have right there.